throw him a 24-year-old son, Will, right in the deep end with the Street 500. He only got his licence the week before. He'd had a couple of rides around local on smaller bikes before, but nothing like this. He flew into Brisbane at 9 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock the next morning. He stuck all his riding gear on, jumped on that bike, no test ride or anything, and off we went. 2,000 kilometres all the way back to home. I'd already been up there for a day or two and test ridden the bike and gone right over it and made sure it was good to do the trip and everything. The bike was basically brand new. It's a 2015 model, but I'd only done 1,400 kilometres, so it's basically still brand new. We had 4 days to get home, so we took our time, made plenty of stops, kept communicating, make sure everything was going okay. We wasn't getting sore back or shoulders or anything, and wasn't getting tired. The best thing you can do is just you got to communicate. Don't be afraid to say when you're getting tired, so we can just pull up. It's just no big deal. The last thing I wanted to do was chuck him into heavy duty traffic. We were on the Sunshine Coast, so getting back down through Brisbane and down to the Gold Coast, the traffic was just going to be too heavy. There was too much road work, so we went out the back way. We'll get him on some windy roads. We can just start slowly and work his way up to build his confidence and get used to the cornering, get used to the weight of the power of the bike and the braking, and work all that out before I did something silly like throw him in the traffic. Long distance riding in Australia is extremely difficult. It takes a great deal of concentration. It's hard physically and mentally, and it's not for everyone. Not everyone can do this kind of riding day after day after day. But Will, he took to it like a fish to water. He was enjoying it. He was getting used to the bike, riding well, building confidence. We got all the way to Goondiwindi, which is the Queensland-New South Wales border, about 535 kilometres. So it was a great effort for his first day out. That was great. We were looking good. By the end of our first day, he'd done really well and hadn't got too tired or sore or anything. He managed his day well and was really starting to get to know the bike by the end of the day and starting to enjoy it and have some fun. It was a little bit nerve-wracking for the first couple of hours on the windy roads. First time on the bike. He did the right thing. Started off slow, worked his way up, had no problems at all. Apart from areas where I knew there was issues with wildlife and they were a little bit dangerous, I let Will go out in front and gave him a little bit of space, so he had to think for himself. When you're following someone for days on end, you can go into like a co-pilot mode where you just you can zone out and you're not concentrating on the environment, what's directly around you. You're just really focusing on the bike in front of you and following that, and it can make you lose concentration. So I wanted him out front so I could watch what he was doing and how he was handling the corners and the braking and stuff, and also he had to think for himself. He had to work out his own riding line and watch the road and the conditions, but it didn't take him long to work it out.